I'm Governor Larry Hogan. Our state is taking unprecedented and aggressive actions in the fight to stop the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic here in Maryland. As you know, I recently issued a stay-at-home directive to ensure that no Marylander leaves his or her home unless it is for an essential job or for an essential purpose. I know how difficult this is on each and every one of you. There's a great deal of fear and anxiety, and the truth is that none of us really know how bad this is going to get or how long it's going to last. But I can promise you that there are a great many dedicated people doing tremendous things, working around the clock, and doing their very best to help keep Marylanders safe. In the days to come, we're going to need to depend on each other, to look out for one another, and to take care of each other, because we are all in this together, and we will get through this together.
This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, May 7th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. The big news yesterday, Governor Larry Hogan held a press conference at 3 p.m., and Maryland schools will remain closed for the rest of this academic year. During the conference, Governor Hogan did say that the state appears to be on track to begin phase one of the reopening, and that is called the Roadmap to Recovery for Maryland, as soon as next week. There was some other good news, and starting actually right now, elective surgical procedures are now going to be allowed to be done. Restrictions on outdoor activities have been somewhat relaxed, but you still need to practice social distancing. But boating, fishing, tennis, golf, camping, etc. are now all okay. Also, any restrictions that were in place at state parks have been lifted, as well as the playgrounds at state parks. They are now open to enjoy. Now, Anne Arundel County does have a separate executive order, and they are kind of mirroring the state, except beaches remain closed in Anne Arundel County, and the playgrounds may open, but the health department has to evaluate that first. So, some good news on Maryland starting to reopen. Now, we did get a hold of a document that laid out their tentative dates for opening. The first phase is expected to run from May 15th through September 2nd. The second phase is expected to run from September 3rd through December 31st. So as you can see from those dates, that's a pretty measured and slow opening. However, those dates are all flexible. They can be shortened or lengthened as the need presents itself. The news out of Annapolis City yesterday was that the city has now hired Laura Gutierrez as a Hispanic Community Service Specialist. She most recently was the operations for the Center of Migrant Rights in Baltimore. She is originally from Argentina, grew up in Davidsonville, Maryland, attended the University of Pennsylvania, and now will be working for the City of Annapolis. Her first day on the job is May 18th, and she'll be making a salary of $55,855 per year. Despite what WBAL said yesterday, the Preakness may or may not be running on October 3rd. The 145th Preakness Stakes may run this fall, but the owner will not confirm it at this point. The race was initially set for May 16th. It was postponed by Governor Larry Hogan as he started to deal with the coronavirus outbreak. Initially, they thought it might be postponed to sometime in September. The Stronach Group, who does own the Preakness, who does own Pimlico, who does own the Maryland Jockey Club, denied that a new date has been locked down, and they said in a statement, "At this point in time, there is no definitive date set, and we continue to explore options. Once a date for Preakness 145 has been finalized, we will let you know." Now, the Kentucky Derby, which typically runs 2 weeks before the Preakness, has been rescheduled for Labor Day weekend, and the Belmont, which runs after the Preakness, is still on schedule at this point for June 6th. And finally, as we wrap up, don't forget the Irish Restaurant Company, which is the parent company of Galway Bay, Killarney House, Boru and Pirates Cove, have opened up their 4 restaurants again. They were open initially. They shut down for a little bit, had to retool and figure out what they wanted to do, and now they are open for curbside carryout. The cool thing about Killarney House, Boru and Pirates Cove is that they all have true drive-ins as well. You can pull up, order your meals, and wait while it's prepared for you. They'll load it right into your car, or you can call ahead or order online, which is probably the best way. Show up, tell them your name, and they will load it right up in your car for you as well. Again, the best way to get it is their websites. You can go to eyeonannapolis.net. We've got all that information there as well. And also remember, Mother's Day is this Sunday, and all 4 of those restaurants have special Mother's Day menus, and they all look fantastic. So you can order a dinner for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 8 people in advance. Pull your car up on Mother's Day. They'll load it right into your trunk or your back seat, and you can give Mom a treat to Galway Bay, Killarney House, Boru, or Pirates Cove. Now, Galway does not have the drive-thru just because there is no room right down there on Maryland Avenue. All right, that does wrap it up for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. If you're someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that. And make sure all your friends and family know how to get a hold of a podcast and make sure they subscribe to this one. It is Thursday, so we have Trevor standing by with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. And as we have every day, we've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. He's coming up in just a minute, but first, Solar Energy Services.
Hello, Marylanders. This is Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services in Millersville, Maryland, wishing you good health and a rapid return to prosperity. Uncertainty is one of the hardest parts of our current situation. As we move towards our new normal, you may want to consider adding more certainty to your financial future by locking in the low cost of clean solar energy. The economics of solar are tremendous, and there's no better source than the trusted team at Solar Energy Services. Residential solar projects typically earn the homeowner 8 to 12% annually over the life of the system, with even better returns for commercial systems. If you have some downtime now, take advantage of our powerful remote design capabilities, allowing one of our experienced solar designers to provide a presentation, followed by a detailed, accurate proposal, all from a safe distance. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. Sunshine's a wasted, but together we'll get through this.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, May 7th. Yesterday was another cool, cloudy, and rainy day for the Annapolis region, and while we'll get a one-day reprieve today with sunshine and 60s for highs, along with some breezy winds as well, gusting over 20 miles per hour at times. More rain is on the way for the PM hours tomorrow, as a cold front moves through from the west, which will bring very chilly weather to the area Saturday with highs only 50 to 55 degrees, which will feel a bit colder than that with breezy winds again moving across the region. But the upside to all of this is Mother's Day Sunday will be fairly nice with sunshine, relatively light winds, and temps back in the 60s, which will feel great despite being around 10 degrees below average. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. Be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
This is Wes Adams, candidate for Circuit Court Judge. As your former state's attorney, I built a reputation for being fair for our community, tough on violent crime, and compassionate to those in need. I work to set up specialized court proceedings designed to support recovery and to get our vets out of the criminal justice system. I partnered with our schools to help protect students and break the school-to-prison pipeline. I will bring these same values as judge to the Circuit Court. I respectfully ask that you vote for me, Wes Adams, on June 2nd.
Paid for by the Friends of Wes Adams. John Spencer, Treasurer.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Makers Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Anne Marie Sculpture Gardens down in Solomon's continues with a bunch of fun online activities. Today they're doing Green Queens Art Scene, a virtual lab aimed at reducing, reusing, recycling common household items while learning fun art and craft techniques. Tomorrow is Nature Notes with Hester Birch, their staff naturalist, as she explores what's new and in bloom around the park. Monday they're doing Arts Park, virtual family art hour, where they show you how to build your own sculpture park, playsets, inspired by the art and nature around Anne Marie Sculpture Gardens. Tuesday is another Behind the Brush virtual home studio series with a sneak peek inside local artists' home studios to see their latest works in progress. And Wednesday is Picture This, their virtual preschool art and story time. The Children's Theater of Annapolis has a bunch of online workshops. Today they're doing an acting workshop for ages 8 through 14. Tomorrow they're doing a morning motivational for all ages, as well as an acting workshop for ages 12 through 18. Monday and Wednesday they're doing a musical theater production workshop for ages 7 through 14 in the afternoon, and then another session for ages 11 through 18 in the evening. On Tuesday they're doing a musical story time for preschoolers, as well as voice workshops for ages 8 through 14. The national organization, Black Girls Code, has a bunch of free online activities hosted by various chapters around the country. Wine and Design in Annapolis is offering take-home kits for painting. This week, check out Moonlight Fantasy, Sunny Day Flower, Parent and Me, Splash, and Heron take-home kits. The Kids Museum in Bethesda has some fun stuff as well. Check out their Make It Live, Project of the Day workshops for kids, with Making Music tomorrow, Kinetic Sculptures on Monday, and Mini Mobile Challenge on Wednesday. Also check out their pre-recorded Make It DIY workshops, including making a cipher wheel, invisible ink, a laser maze using streamers or tape, secret compartments, or your own spy kit. The B&L Railroad Museum in Baltimore has all their previous story times and activities recorded and ready to watch anytime. They now have 13 of them. Coming up today is a new one with Today I'm a Monster, reading the book, then designing your own breathing wand to help practice focus and controlled breathing in conjunction with the Children's Mental Health Matters campaign. Code Ninjas in Edgewater is still offering online mentoring for coding and math for kids Tuesdays through Saturdays, and the Annapolis Streaming Facebook group continues featuring a lot of local artists and fun musical performances. Saturday is the Brightside Music Concert and Joey Harcum. On Tuesday is Scribe, in addition to the weekday streaming of The Squirrel Show, the Friday Back Porch Jam Sessions with Ryan Kozel, Quarantine Country every Saturday, Sean Owens Acoustic Sundays, Spencer Joyce every second and fourth Sundays, including this Sunday, and Nate's Monday Nooner Set on Monday. Local by Design has started offering online sales of pieces of their resident artists, and if you check out Art Farm, they're still doing their Art Farm sketch-on drawing challenges. Summer Art Camp registration is open, and they don't require any money down for now, and if classes get canceled, they're offering a full refund. Art Farm also has their online virtual classes still going on. Tomorrow is virtual acrylic painting class for ages 13 through adult. Sunday is virtual watercolor class for ages 13 through adult. Tuesday is their virtual nature art class for ages 8 through 15. And Wednesday is their virtual Sumi E painting class for ages 8 through adult, as well as their virtual cartooning class for ages 10 through 15. Also, both tomorrow and Monday will be their virtual mixed media art class for ages 8 through 15. Also, be sure to check out their virtual art gallery, where all art is on sale, including art from Annapolis and local artists Mandy Cooper, Celine Balsi, Neil Harp, Charles Lawrence, Jeff Huntington, Christine Laubach, Lee Noel Wilson, Nicole Salambean, Karina Stone, and Jordan Wine. Over at Maryland Hall, they're still taking registration for summer camps for kids, as well as their upcoming online classes, including guitar sessions with Brian Ewald, as well as other art classes added regularly. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, they still have a bunch of their FaceTime live story times every weekday. Tomorrow, they have another great movies discussion, this time with Passion Fish. You can watch all of their great movies through their online access to Canopy, spelled with a K. On Tuesday is a homework help chat, or their homework center resources offered through the library. And at Ponga's Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club in Crofton, they keep expanding their online classes, a bunch of which are free. Be sure to check out their Coder Kids Club online, as well as How to Make Slime, their Lego Club, Minecraft Club, and YouTube Stars and Animators Club, learning how to record and stream gameplay, as well as doing stop motion. And also check out Pongo's virtual parties that help keep your friends and kids connected through online party activities. That's about it for this week. I hope everyone's staying sane and safe, and doing what you can to stay creative. Maybe get out and enjoy nature a little bit too. You can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Whether it's a fire, a hurricane, or a virus, Annapolis comes together. We've done it time and time again, because this is a town that gets it, a town that knows how to lift each other up when the world falls down. As we face this new challenge, I encourage our community to come together as we've always done. I'm Steve Samaras from Zachary's Jewelers. I pledge to lend a hand to support my family, my team, my neighbors, and the small businesses in our town. Together, let's do what we've always done.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.